I grew up in the world of metal and punk, in which I still do love. I do feel the need to finally see what the rest of the world has to offer. My name is Aaron, and I grew up as a metalhead. Well, welcome back. We're going to be doing something a little bit different as well. Like I said, we're a little bit all over the place. We are now doing V, Love Me Again, live. I don't think I've seen him live, at least in his solo music, so it'll be interesting to see. Let's check it out.
추억도 의미 없이 내게 넌 사라지고 이쯤에도 I can't let you go, let you go. 그 말이 다인 거니 한마디만 남기고 후회하며 Let me know, let me know. 그래 날 솔직하게 다 말할래. 너는 매일 어떤 사람 어떤 곳에 몇 번씩이나 뭐 하는지 널 생각해. Lost without you, baby. I wish you would love me again. No, I don't want nobody else. I wish you could love me again, again. I wish you would love me again. No, I don't want nobody else. I wish you could love me again, again. 나만 자꾸 이런 건지 내 옆에 있다는 사람 괜찮니? 여천으로 천천히 Make you feel better, yeah make it forever. 괜찮단 말하지 마. Said I'm alright, said I'll be fine. I'm sorry. 거짓말이야 떠나지 마. 저리 가지만 멀리. 너는 매일 어떤 사람 어떤 곳에 몇 번씩이나 뭘 하는지 널 생각해. Lost without you, baby. No, I don't want nobody else. I wish you could love me again, again.
I find it interesting how each member kind of goes with each topic, even when they're covering something similar, that they're covering it in a different aspect. Because to me, the way that I kind of was explaining it with JK, the way that he was seeing it in his song was like reflective of the emotion. Whereas I feel like that with him, with V, I feel like that the way that he wrote the song was, one, at a loss for words, But I think the thing that's interesting is it's almost coming from a place of like begging not to go. And I think that that's kind of, again, kind of how it feels. It's just this idea of like, hey, look, I, you know, I just don't want you to go. And I really just think that and hope that at some point that maybe, you know, the regret sets in and you can call and we can talk this out. And so I think it's kind of interesting, obviously, because this will include, of course, how everybody feels different in situations. Oh, thought I was hearing something outside. And, but I think the way that he expresses it is in a sense similar, but I think the way that he goes about doing it is, I think, a little more closer to the surface of that emotion. Not saying that it's like any less meaningful, but like the way that it's written to me feels more like that initial shock that you feel and they're trying to convince of and hoping and wishing that there's just something that you can just say that will make the person stay. And I think the interesting thing is obviously they're all very different, but I really appreciate the way he decided to sing this, kind of bringing it down to that baritone feel. And then I think the interesting thing is on top of it is the harmonies that he has with his with the backup singers is fantastic. I actually really like how this is portrayed. It gives it a bit of a soulful feel to it. And I think that, again, whenever it comes to V, you know, I just always feel like that he is this person who is very much on a different artistic level. Like, we were just, you know, whichever one you watch first, you know, if you watch them at all, comparing this to Shot Glass Full of Tears, that one is just like, it's JK in the middle on the stairs and it rotates. Then it's like, you look at this, and like, if you look at the stage here, you got all these paintings on the floor, you got the rug, you got the monitors that move, you know, that look like paintings. Everybody's kind of sat around, and it's almost as if they're lending, and not like in a storytelling kind of way, they are lending their voice to his. And, you know, I think that that's a kind of an interesting way to look at this, because for me personally, again, this is, to me, very artistic. You know, I think that, to me, like I said, he's very avant-garde in so many ways. You know, I feel like that he could be one of those people that you kind of look at a painting and you'd be like, I don't get it. And he'd be like, well, it means this. And he'd probably be able to explain it to you, and probably in better detail. And, you know, be able to kind of dig out that information and be like, I would have never known. You know, he kind of gives me that vibe. And I think that's cool. I like this, like, really super high artistic feel, you know. Like, it's kind of one of those things that when you see something, you're like, oh, well. I didn't realize that I was so sophisticated by, you know, listening to this kind of music. But here I am. I feel very sophisticated. But, you know, I think the interesting thing is that I think I remember seeing somewhere that he has the most range. And I think it's really nice. The fact of the matter is that even in this, you can clearly see how he uses that to his advantage. And I kind of like this really slow, just kind of, like I said, it's just got this work through emotion. And it's just, I don't know. It's just a very enigmatic feel to the way he sings. And, you know, I think that that's kind of what always has made each of these members feel so unique, right? is that I feel like that every single one of them has such a different flavor that when you put them all together, it just kind of creates this extra seasoning of artisanal work. And I just really think that probably out of all of them, goodness, I apologize. He's definitely got one of the more interesting ways of how he looks at music. So I don't know, really impressed with this. And again, it kind of falls in line with everything that we have heard from him before. Sorry, had to get some water. That sounds a little bit better. But anyway, I think that, like I said, just this feeling that he provides, it's really just a different kind of, it feels just very, like I said, a very sophisticated way of doing things. And honestly, I kind of like that, because I think that it really shows you what each member can offer. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about this song. I thought this song was pretty cool. I think it kind of falls in line with what I was expecting. There's just kind of this retro vibe of something from the 70s, and it has some kind of some soul in it. And I think that the one thing that's always kind of interesting is that I think he really lets his songs breathe. He doesn't just go out there and sing. He'll make time for things like letting instruments play out. He'll let things have time for, just letting the song go where it's supposed to. And it's a very high level of IQ when it comes to music writing as well. So anyway, let me know what y'all think, and we shall discuss this in the comments below. Have a good one.